Hi guys and welcome to the Warhammer Lady. So this is the last review I'm going to make of the Chaos Daemons Codex, and it's about heavy support and the one dedicated transport that's in it. The Soul Grinder has the same point cost as before and the same stat line. Noteworthy is that he does not have demonic instability, and he is not a demon. However, when you buy him, you have to give him an alignment, so he automatically becomes a demon of your choice. If you don't, he's illegal, just as the Chaos Demon Prince would be. He also has a demonic gift called Harvester Cannon, and this cannon has now Skyfire. Yay! I've been wanting this for so long. It's not the best Skyfire, but granted, it's still Skyfire. You can choose between solid shells and flak shells. They come automatically, so there's no need to upgrade it. 48 inches, strength 7, AP 4, and of course the flak one has the Skyfire special rule as well. It's a heavy 3 as well. He also has Iron Claw, strength times 2, AP 2, melee, specialist weapon, unwieldy. So it's a good close combat weapon. You can then choose to give him one of the 3 following. So it's either Baleful Torrent, Warp Gaze, or Flag Bombardment. I'm guessing it's called Flag anyway. They're basically 3 shooting attacks and you can only have one. So Baleful Torrent is a template with strength 6, AP 4, assault 1 and torrent. So a flexible template. Warp Gaze, 24 inches, strength 10, AP 1, heavy 1. This is a good tank killer shot. Remember, however, that your Soul Grinder only has a ballistic skill of 3. So the likelihood of actually making the shot is not so big. Well, it's okay. If you don't have much tank killing things, then I go with this. Fling Bombardment, this is my absolute favourite because I love blasts. 36 inches, strength 8, AP 3, so it hasn't really changed. Ordnance 1, lot blast. I like it, it's a good one. Last but not least, you can choose to give your Soul Grinder a Warp Sword. And this Warp Sword is Strength of User and AP 3. It's also melee and specialist weapon and master crafted. If you do, you now have 2 weapons with a specialist weapon rule, so you get a +1 attack when you charge. And you get to reroll because of master crafted, and if you give him, for example, a Demon of Khorne upgrade, then he could be quite nice in close combat. I always use my Soul Grinder as a shooty thing in the back, but I might buy an extra one and have him in close combat. I don't know, it might be good. Anyway, the Soul Grinder is still really good. Skull Cannon of Khorne. It hasn't existed before, but basically it's 10 points less than a Soul Grinder. It has 5 in ballistic skill, 12 in the front, 12 in the sides, and 10 in the back. 3 hull points. It's also an open top chariot. It has a demonic gift called Skull Cannon. It's a 36-inch range, strength 8, AP 5, heavy 1, ignores cover, large blast with a Dread Skull special rule. A Dread Skull means that you place a marker next to a unit that has taken a hit from the specific attack. And if a friendly demon unit charges, they receive no penalty to their initiative if they charge through difficult terrain. Also, they have a special rule called Gore Feast, and Gore Feast means that when your when your cannon makes a Hammer of Wrath attack, and remember that they're assault of strength 7 since they're Khorne. If it's successful, then you roll a d6, and on a roll of a 4+, you can regain a hull point. Fair enough. It has the transport capacity of 0, so no crew or herald or anything. For me, guys, this seems meh. I'm not impressed at all. Yes, it could be awesome if your opponent has a unit holding an objective in difficult terrain that's nasty in close combat. It might work then. Just put a large blast on them and you receive no initiative penalty. That could be really great. Other than that, the shooting attack is not so great. Yes, it's a nice strength attack, but it's only AP 5. I'm not sure I would spend over 100 points on a cannon like this. But that's just me. If you have any other use for it, or if you think I'm wrong, please let me know. The Burning Chariot of Descent hasn't existed before either. It's 35 points less than a Soul Grinder. It's an awesome comparison, I know. It has a rider called the Exalted Flamer. If you compare him to an ordinary Flamer, because not only is he bigger, but he's also a bit better, he has +2 in weapon skill, +1 wound, and +1 attack. The chariot itself has a ballistic skill of 3, 10 all around, and 3 hot points. It's a fast chariot, open-topped, and skimmer, so basically it's really fast and can't really withstand any fire. It has some special rules. The Aura of Change for the chariot means that the Hammer of Wrath special attacks have the Warp Flame special rule. The Exalted Flamer also have the Warp Flame special rule, and the Exalted Flamer's shooting attack, pink and blue, Fire Up Cinch, also has the Warp Flame special rule, so there's no real way of getting around it. Blue Fire anyway, it's an 18 range, strength 9, AP 5, heavy D3. It's pretty good. If you're unlucky though, it's just one shot, but still. Pink Fire, template weapon, strength 5, AP 3, heavy 1, torrent. This is nice. That means you don't have to be so close to the unit you're shooting at. You can also put a blue horror crew on the chariot. It's those tiny blue horrors that you've seen on the pictures, if you've seen the chariot one. And it means that all enemy units within 6 inches of the chariot receives a -1 penalty to their leadership. Not super impressed by the blue horror crew, but okay. Also, the Exalted Flamer can take 20 points of greater or lesser demonic rewards. I actually think that this sounds like a really nice chariot. As long as you're cautious of what you're aiming at, because I'm kind of scared of this Warp Flame thing. It might not be as horrible as I think it is, I just have to play with it first. But yeah, I think it sounds like a really nice chariot, and I'll definitely give it a go. The Seeker Cavalcade are basically the same as before. I'm going to compare them together because the only thing that differs between them are the hull points. The Seeker Chariot of Slaanesh has 2 hull points, whereas the Exalted Seeker Chariot has 4. The point cost for the ordinary Seeker Chariot is the same, and the Exalted one has gone down by 15 points. The stat lines are the same as before. The only thing that has changed is the Allures, and she's gained +4 in ballistic skill, -1 initiative, and -3 in leadership. Also, the chariots have gained +4 in ballistic skill. They both have the special rule Flesh Shredder, so when they make a Hammer of Wrath attack, it resolves at strength 4, no AP but rending. And you also get to make D6 attacks of Hammer of Wrath depending on the number of hull points you have left. So basically, your Exalted Chariot, for example, could be awesome in close combat. Also now the Exalted Allures can take up to 20 points of demonic rewards in any combination, lesser or greater. For me, this sounds really good. I have an Exalted Seeker Chariot of Slaanesh, and it has never been useful. Ever. It's always immobilized, and when it's immobilized it just stands there because it can't shoot. However, now with these rewards you have the chance, at least, of giving it a shooting attack. And since it's gone down in points, I won't be as sad if it is immobilized and can't shoot. So it's better now than it was before. This was the last entry for heavy support, and we're now going to move on to dedicated transports. 1 entry. Bloodthrone of Khorne is basically the same point cost. It is actually the same point cost as buying 3 Screamers. It has 12 in front and side armor and 10 in the rear armor, along with 3 hull points. It is the transport capacity of 1 herald, and it's a open-top chariot. It has the Gorfy special rule, just as the cannon does, and also the Totem of Endless Bloodletting. And this means that any demon unit of Khorne within 6 inches of this chariot, with the herald on, they receive the locus effect from the herald as if he was in their unit. This is awesome if you want to play, say, a fluff Khorne army. Then you can have him close to lots of bloodletters, for example, and they will have the locus effect, rather than just having 1 herald in 1 unit. For me, it's playing a mixed army. I only have 1 unit of Khorne demons, 2 now with my Juggernauts. This would be a waste. But if you have lots of Khorne units, this is great. It has potential, I think it does. This was the last video for the Chaos Demons review. For now, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen the upcoming week. I am gonna make a video log though. I thought I was gonna show you my demons. Yay! And I'll tell you more about my plans later then. So, until then, goodbye.